Guys, today's day number 19 of making our own tower defense game, and today's gonna be a pretty special day because we are actually gonna be working on map voting. And what does that tell you guys? Well, that tells me that we gotta make some more maps because right now we are only working with the boot camp map. So hopefully by the end of today's episode, we are gonna have at least a few more maps that are, fully made and ready to go to, be in the game. Now, when it comes to map voting, I'm not 100% certain on how I feel about that for the game because I was more so leaning on a system where maybe you just kind of join and then, you pick the map you want to play on, right? So I don't know how exactly I feel about this. It's really not more so the modern type of tower defense game type, builds, but I'm going to follow along with Gnome Code and just set it up the way he does, just so I have like a basic understanding of how map voting works in general. And, at least if the game comes out in the base form, we can at least have a cool system working and in place and ready to go. So let's get to it. All right, guys. So the first thing that we got to do is kind of make a new folder in server storage here called maps. And we're going to move our bootcamp map down there. But I have one issue right now. When I go ahead and do that, you guys see the problem? The water kind of stays in the map. So I think we're going to maybe just have to kind of get rid of this artificial type water and just kind of make our own on, like just inside of the bootcamp, because I don't know, for some reason, guys, I don't know about you, but I'm just not really vibing with that. I don't really like the way that feels and the way that looks. I mean, I do like the way the water is, but the thing is, if I make a new map and it doesn't really have any water, well, then we're going to have a little bit of an issue, if you guys know what I'm saying. So, I guess, I don't know. Should I remove it or should I? Things that I got to think of. But anyways, there is something that we got to make regardless here, and that's going to be our map border real quick. So, in our boot camp here, let's just add in, let's see, so floor items, barricades. We can just add in a new folder called border, and that way we have ourselves a little map border. And I recommend you guys do this too, so people just aren't roaming around the whole world. I mean, it's cool to do that sometimes, but other times they're going to get distracted and they're not going to be playing the game. So let's set this up the way we want it. So in here, we'll add a part, and once again, that will just be some sort of border, invisible border type part, right? So anyways, we'll just kind of throw this down and, then we won't have to really worry about it ever again. So actually, let's put it back on the ground real quick and turn collisions off so that way we could actually put it into the, well, we should have been able to, oh, actually, I probably have to do the move button, right? No, not going to work. It doesn't feel like working today, guys. Sorry. All right, there we go. Now it's working. All right, cool. So now we're going to go ahead and scale it. We'll just grab that, make it long that way, and that should be long enough. And then we got to go height wise, just kind of make it go up through the mountain, just like that. Obviously, it's not going to look like that, guys. Don't worry. Don't be stressing here. I know. It's not looking good, but we're going to fix it. Don't worry, everybody. Relax. All right, so let's just duplicate that. And then this one, we're going to rotate it 90 degrees. And then we're going to not scale it, but we're going to move it backwards. We actually might have to scale it, but that's another problem right now that we're not going to worry about. So that should be good. That way you can at least walk up on the mountains. That's at least a little bit of fun, right? So you walk up on the mountains, cool. Actually, I'm moving in a little bit more. There we go. And then we're going to do the same thing, guys. So duplicate, rotate 90 degrees. I should have just grabbed the other one, honestly, but not a big deal. Pretty simple. We're just setting up a simple map border here. Nothing too complicated about it, boys. And boom. All right, so now that we got that, we're going to go ahead and do that one more time. And this time I'm going to duplicate the easy one so that way I don't have to worry about, moving it or whatever. So there we go. And map border should be complete. That is maybe just going to have to go slightly like that. Cool. Now, all of these, we're just going to copy. Oops. Do that little move right there. Now, we want to make these invisible, right? So, one. And boom. So now let's just go into the game and make sure that these are all anchored as well so they don't fall through the map. Otherwise, that would be a little bit of a problem. But now we shouldn't be able to walk through or outside of the map any longer. So let's see here. I should hit just a big wall. Yep. See, I can't get out, guys. Perfect. Exactly what we want. And then I was actually thinking we might just delete, like I said, all this outside area. We don't really need it anymore, even though, it kind of looks, actually, I don't know. It kind of just looks pointless, to be honest with you. Kind of looks a little bit of pointless, but the water here, I don't know, I love the way that looks. I really do. I love the way this looks, but I don't know yet. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do, guys. That's actually really annoying because I do like it. I do like it there, but doesn't matter really at the end of the day. Maybe not, but now at least we have a map border so that way people aren't just running, you know, rampant and running around the map and stuff, so that's good. The boat still works. The boat is a little laggy, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because there's so many parts with it. So that, I have a guy that made another boat, Pretzel, shout out to him. We might just use his boat, not a big deal. But so far, that is pretty much doing what I needed to, you know, to do, so that's good. Our game's about to end. Show off our little end screen from last episode. If you guys didn't see that, go check that out. But pretty cool. That's all pretty good. So, you know, for now, I just don't know what to do with this water because once again, when I, you know, remove it and add it into the other folder there, it's just going to go away. So let's just try to make this look a little bit nicer. I'm just going to delete all this stuff and then we're going to go from there. In this terrain, delete it. And now this part here, this is the, once again, the water. So this one is going to be the real water. But then I do still want to have, like, I would love to add in terrain. Like, is there, like, a terrain option? Terrain detail? I don't know if that's not the same. I don't think that's the same thing, unfortunately, guys. Fortunately, that is just not the same thing. And that really stinks because I really did like the way that water, you know, kind of looks. All right, so in here, though, we're going to try to figure this out. I think carpet is a good one that, you know, looks kind of like water. So let's try to go with that. And it'll make it blue. And then we'll try to make this, you know, actually visible here. So, carpet. Oh, man. See, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good, boys. We had something nice going for ourselves. But now, I don't know. Now I feel all screwed up here. The way I had it looks so good, honestly. It really did. But the stupid water terrain thing, I can't move it to the folder. But I don't know. I think I'm going to keep it for now, guys, because I think that looks way better like this. I really do think that looks a lot better. And I even think it looked better having, like, surrounding terrain. I could make the water theoretically just go around the whole map, but that might honestly look even a little bit better. Or what I could do, now that I'm thinking about it, is instead of having terrain, maybe someone just has, like, a built-in water part or something like that that we could just use. Hold on. Let me see here if I go to the toolbox and maybe just find water. Surely there's someone with nice water, right? As we don't want one with scripts. I just want, like, normal water. You know what I'm saying, guys? I just want some water, boys. Is there any just simple water things out here? That's like the OG classic type of water. We could go with that. A lot of these have scripts now. You know, we don't really want to use scripts, but, you know, if I have to, I have to. Obviously, I'll pick one that has high likes on it, so that way we could just you know, use hopefully a decent one, right? But see, these ones are like swimmable and stuff, and I don't really want that. That's not what we're going for. Fog in the water skybox. What does this look like? I'm just curious. Oh, that's actually kind of sick. Hold on a second. Fog in the water skybox. Yo, hold on here. Wait. This might be what we're looking for, boys. Hold on. Like, yo, okay. Okay, now. That looks pretty cool, actually. Let me jump into the game real quick. Yo, that actually looks pretty neat, boys. I like that. I think I like that a lot. Do I like that? It looks a little bit goofy, because obviously you can see under, but I don't know. I'm slightly feeling that. I definitely like the atmosphere. That looks really good. But I don't know how I like that. You can kind of tell that it's like invisible a little bit. But holy, that looks pretty solid, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I like that a lot. If I wish it was just like a little, like, it looks really good when you go out far. So maybe if we could somehow copy like this and make it like a dark gray type water and then just have it right here so you could actually see it, then it might look like really good. Because like from up here, you know, and coming out far, that looks amazing. So let's see what we could do with this, guys. Let me see if I could kind of pick screen color like that. And I just don't know like the material to actually make this. Like, see, that looks just not like water, so I don't know what the good water material would be. I just don't know what people are using. So let me see if I can go back in here and see another one real quick. Like this, let's see. This anime, no, that one has pretty low likes, or you know what I mean. Like this one right here kind of looks decent. I feel like I'm like lagging out. It's like not working. Animated water. Let's see what this one looks like. Okay, so yeah, we could see that. Now we can make it gray, right? So I don't know how, like, is that like a part or what? Like, what do they use? They use smooth plastic, but it looks like they have it very, so color changeable water. Okay, so that is pretty cool. It says read me. Change the brick color to whatever you want the water to be. This is inspired by animated lava. This brick will not kill you upon touching it. I remove that part of the script if you use this in a game model. All right, so we'll have to give this guy some credit in like the, what's it called? In the Discord when we make it. So shout out to Clone Trooper and Tashi, I guess. Shout out to you guys. But let me see here if we could get this actually looking good. That's the key, guys. That's the key right now. We got to get this looking really good. So what I want to do is essentially we got to get this, and that does look good. I like, so far I do like the way that looks. I want to get it like where this other part is here. So if I put it into tower area and just name this water, because that's what we need to do to make it work, right? So we'll do that. Perfect. And then this one here, we could kind of just maybe make this transparent again, right? Cool. Now this one, this is the important one. Oops. That water we can move down right now. We don't need that one. This one right here though, this one is the one that we want to actually work properly. So let's try to get this set up and scaled properly. So just like that. And then obviously, guys, we're going to have to make it kind of go down a little bit. Not the hardest thing to do for us, probably. So we could get that working in a moment or two. But we could kind of just make this go out like that and like that. Just kind of cover the basic area. You know, we don't have to go too crazy with it, but we want it to at least be somewhat, you know, visible for a little bit. We're not going to be able to walk out that far even, but at least then you could actually kind of see through it, right? So transparency, that is completely 1 right there, which we don't want that. We want like maybe 0, right? What does 0 look like? The 0 looks like that, so maybe like 0.25, maybe something like that. We'll scale it down a little bit. And, is that, okay, it's a little too high right now. Gotta try to get it perfect, guys. You gotta get it perfect if you want it to look good. So we gotta now move it this way ever so slightly. Boom. And boom. That looks good now. Maybe just move it down a little teeny tiny bit, just like that. All right. Well, now that looks pretty good. I think maybe just scaling it out a little bit to just go that way, honestly, and then just like that. It's just something. I don't know. Kind of do that. Gives it a weird look to it, you know? So definitely like the way that looks. It looks pretty cool with the fog kind of in the sea and stuff. I like that a lot. It's more of like a darker vibe now, but it's World War II. This is supposed to be a dark game, you know what I'm saying? So these aren't going to be pretty areas. I'll tell you guys that. They're not going to be... Oh, look at that. We got it. It looks like it's moving too. Yo. Okay, that's really cool. I don't know if there's like a way to make it like the waves go a little bit crazier or something like that, but if it was, that would be so cool, guys. Yo, I love that. Actually, I really do. All right, well, let's actually just make this because it's like that. Let's not move it, but we'll scale it out. Did I click the right button? What the heck happened? Scale. Oh, there we go. Let's scale it out this way too, just so that way it covers the whole entire island. We don't have to go that crazy like out that way, but this way, get it like that, and a little bit like that, and kind of center it around the island like that. And now that's looking really good, guys. Yes, I love that. That is how we're going to finish up this map for certain, guys. Look at that. Now that is crazy. I love that. I like that a lot, actually. Holy, so, oh no. Did I not? I might not have. Oops. I don't think I anchored it, guys. I did. Clearly, I did something wrong, so. Water, is it like not collidable? Can collide. Maybe I need to turn that on. And it is anchored, so. The script, I don't know what the script really needs to do here. So the script is just doing the what's it called? Like the water movements. And then this right here, we don't really need that. So I don't know why I just fell through the wall there, to be honest with you guys. Let's try that. Let's try to walk into that again. It's probably because I had the can collide off. So I was just kind of walking right through it. So let's try it one more time real quick. And boom. Okay, yeah, it works now. It works now. Cool. That is really, really awesome, guys. We could even, like, to make it even cooler, we could even kind of have, like, the sand, like, underneath it going out to, like, here or something. I don't know if that's really necessary, honestly, but for right now, that's fine. That looks really good, and just make sure the water still works. Yep, it does. Can I place these guys? No, I cannot. Awesome. All right, guys. Now we got ourselves a nice little vibe out here. That's cool. That's really cool, actually. All right, so this map is done, and now that we have it like that, we should be able to, let's just delete this water real quick, but we should be able to now just straight up grab this, right? So, sorry, not that. The boot camp, and move it to maps. Boom, all gone. Now, again, though, this lighting and stuff is here, though. Oh, no. I mean, that's fine. If, you know, because, like, this dark theme is definitely going to be something that we probably use, but I don't know if, like, there's, like, a way to not have to deal with that, though. I would wonder. That's what I don't know. But I mean, that's fine for right now because, you know, a lot of these maps are going to be dark like this, like dark themed. So that's cool. And then like the water, you know, some of the maps you just won't even be able to see water. So honestly, that's fine if we keep it like that for right now. And even for like the other maps, this kind of cloudy vibe is kind of what we're looking for. So this is really, really good. I love that skybox. But anyways, guys, let's, I guess we're probably gonna have to make some more maps now, so let's get to doing that next. All right, let's do it. All right, guys, so I decided on at least the next map that we're gonna make, and it's perfect for the vibe of the sky here and everything, which, once again, I don't know if we're gonna keep that sky forever, and maybe there's ways to actually change that. Well, I mean, like, from place to place, too, I know that, like I said, right now, we're kind of following a system that I don't know if we're gonna use in the future, because I was more so leaning towards how tower defense does it, where they, like, you just go to a map that you want to play on, you hop on the pad, and it teleports you to that place. And in that case, each map would have its own place, I'm assuming, and in that place, you would have the own you know, whatever, like, skybox that you want to actually have. So, right now, once again, we're just going to follow along, so that way when we get to the add-on videos, we can have a little bit probably of an easier times, because everything's going to be the way it was all originally set up, right? So anyways, with that being said and all taken care of, we're going to work on Ardini's Forest. If you guys don't know what that place is, it's where the Battle, I think, of the Bulge happened, and pretty big place. I think it was like France, Belgium, Germany, like all in that area there. So just kind of a big forest. So with that being said, a couple things that I think I want to grab. Well, let's first of all, let's look for like snowy trees, something like that. This was, you know, it shouldn't be too difficult to find some of these. So scripts, I don't want anything that has scripts. I just want a nice simple model that has nice little trees. I like the old Minecraft vibes, but obviously we're not going for a Minecraft vibe game, so that won't really work. We could just look for something nice and simple. Come on, there's gotta be something here, like this. Perfect. Yes, just like that. Exactly. Now, I wish like some were green, but that'll have to do. But you guys know the vibe. We're gonna make it nice and small. Tune it down a little bit. Obviously, I think, like I said, we'll probably have a couple normal ones. We could even have a couple like trees. Like, nah, that's a little too realistic. That's a little too realistic for me, boys. Let's see. Is there any other nice ones? Like just semi-snowy. Oh, this is a nice one. Hold on. Kinda. Yeah, I like that. I like that a little bit more. Couple of those, couple of these ones. That'll be pretty neat. So just kind of throw that down. And then I'm going to even go to the other tree that I had and just kind of grab that and maybe bring it in. Could even grab something like this too. Couple different variations. Wouldn't hurt anybody. So we can now just type in tree maybe. Just find that old tree that we had or whatever. And then throw that in too. And then we're kind of chilling, guys. Pine tree. This is even like a Roblox one. So we'll get this one in here too. Cool, boys. Cool. Now that one, I don't know why it didn't spawn on the ground. There we go. Nice. We could have a couple different tree variations, and that'll be pretty neat to have in the map. So let's do that. We're just gonna spread these out along the map and then kind of set up a map border, and I'll give you guys an update when I have that done. All right, let's do it. All right, guys, so quick little update here on Ardini's. I believe it's called Ardini's. It could be Ardan's Forest too, or Ardini's. I don't know. Ardini's. We're gonna call it Ardini's for right now, but we're setting it up here. It's looking really good already, guys. I ain't even gonna lie here. I'm vibing with it for sure. So check this out. We just set up the border there. Well, the invisible border, I should say. But you know, I think it looks really good. I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you guys. Think it's looking really good, and yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think so far? It's kind of a little bit. This map is a little bit more based off of Cameraman HQ. It's not exactly the same, but got that little long runway, and then the loops around a little bit like that. Turns it back this way, and I just copied my old, you know, pathway and just pasted it in here, and then just moved my waypoints around where I needed to. So it was actually pretty easy to set the next map. And then I even have the little elevation pads for the sniper nest, and we got some cool destroyed tanks in the map, because I'm pretty sure that the allies didn't do so good in this battle. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they didn't do so good. So we got destroyed M2 Sherman tanks, I believe they're called. So looks pretty neat if you ask me. Now, is it gonna work? Well, unfortunately, no, it's not gonna work, because we you know, I think we have different names. So if I actually go click start, and oh no, we can't have that happening, guys. Well, we got to go ahead and make sure that everything in here is, of course, anchored, because otherwise what y'all just saw happen there is what will happen again. So let's make sure we don't can't have that happening, boys. So let's go in here and make sure everything is anchored, which most of it should be, not all of it, of course, as you guys saw there, but now I believe we might be okay. Let's try that one more time real quick. So boom, cool. Yeah, that looks really good. Wait a second though. Wait just a second here. Where is my lighting? I'm so confused, guys. The lighting is not the same. What the heck? So you're telling me if I... Wait, hold on. Why is the skybox not there? That's so weird. Well, I'm curious real quick. If I go like this, I move this into maps, and I bring boot camp up, will the lighting be normal here? No? What the heck? I wonder why not. That's really weird, guys. That's super weird, actually. Alright, well, if that's going to be the case, not a big deal. I don't know why the skybox isn't necessarily working like that, but I'm not too worried about that, because what I could do, instead of having it like that, we could just kind of go in here and, you know, just grab not the border, but the water, right? And then just change it to nice blue-ish. Dark blue. Like that. Probably be good. Cool. Yeah, it's pretty good. Just like that. We also, if you guys saw there, having a little bit of an issue. We kind of have to like drag it down, I think, even a little bit more. Not a big deal. Let's go like that, maybe. And now we shouldn't have those waves popping through the other parts of the map like we were before. So, yeah, that'll be better. Oh, we have these tanks in here right now. These tanks I'm not going to have on this map, because that wouldn't really make sense. They're in boot camp. So I know that having the Germans in boot camp don't make sense, but we'll pretend that they're dummies or something like that, right? Anyways, this map, I think it's looking really good. You know, test it out, put down our guy, you know, do what you got to do. Cool. It's working well. But we're going to stop that real quick. We're going to drag this boot camp map back down to maps. Let's go bring up the Arden's map again. Back up to workplace. And then these tanks right here, real quick, we could just kind of open this up and then copy these three and just drag those on into the Arden's forest. All right, cool. Now that next time we go back to the other world, that won't happen again. Now, if I go ahead and actually start this up, I wonder what's going to happen here. Does the game actually play? The game does not play, and that's because boot camp is not a valid member of Workspace, so it's looking for boot camp, and obviously that's not the name of the map. So I'm sure that Nobecode's going to go into that and actually get that, you know, all worked out for us. But for right now, this next map is done. Let's set up one more. Oh, wait, one more thing before we go into and do that. We should probably get this squared away here real quick. That doesn't look right. There we go. All right, let me just check all the borders here. Yeah, that's looking a lot better. And then if I go into here, once again, Well, now I don't know, guys, because now the skybox is how it was before, so that's super weird. Don't know really the answer to that one. If anyone could understand what's going on with the skybox, feel free to, you know, let me know, because I have no idea, boys. Let me try one more time with this one now. Yeah, see, now the skybox is normal, so boys, I don't really know, but it's fine. It's working. We're good. So yeah, I don't know. If the skybox is being goofy, then we'll just get rid of it if I have to. But I mean, right now I'm really happy with the way this is coming along for sure. And I believe that, you know, just a couple more changes here and there, and you know, we're probably gonna have this fully functioning. But of course, now that we have this map, boot camp, and Ardan's Forest, I really like the Ardan's Forest. I think I like the Ardan's Forest more than this one, and I really like this map, so that's pretty fun. But let's stop this real quick. Just kind of want to swap them out again real fast here. Just take a look at that one too. And don't forget, you know, we have that skybox that's like above the map, just kind of drops you in like that. That's going to be for the voting area. So when you're voting for the map initially, then you're going to be able to actually choose what map you want to play on, right? So yeah, this looks really, really good, guys. And we'll go ahead and make one more. I haven't decided on what that next map may be. It may or may not be, but we'll surely give it a shot, try to make one. Maybe I'll go for some like destroyed city or something like that. That could be pretty neat. I really want to have a Paris map with like the Eiffel Tower and stuff. One of my fans submitted me like a fan-made map. I don't think it was up to the quality that I wanted at, but it was definitely a really good idea. So I think it was Ben. Shout out to Ben. That was very, very good idea, honestly. But yeah, I mean, this is looking really good. Definitely a good vibe here with this map. I really, guys, I'm loving the way this one. Whoa, why is that invisible? What the heck? Y'all see that? Y'all see that, or is it just me? Why is that tree like completely transparent? Well, let's take a look at that real quick here. Glass tree. Oh, they're called glass trees. Well, that's quite interesting, guys. That's quite interesting, isn't it? I'm just maybe gonna delete those. No, I like those though. I don't know why they would make them glass though. That's super, super weird. So this is what I think we could do here. So select children, and then material glass. We'll just change that to maybe grass. Maybe they didn't mean to put glass. Maybe they probably meant to do grass. Is there anything else though that you could do for that? Like, let me try that one more time. So the glass, and then select children. But is there any way to like leaves or something? Leafy grass? Oh, well, that's better, but it's still not really what I want. Is there anything else? Woods? No, not really, guys. But that's fine. That'll do. We'll do leafy grass like that, kind of. Yeah, that's cool. Cool with me, I guess. Because this has got to be just normal. Yeah, that's just normal grass too. So yeah, we'll keep it like that. That's good. That's actually really good. I like it. So yeah, this is our Ardan's Forest, guys. Maybe we could have something back here too. I don't really know what. Maybe like a little cabin or something. Let's see if we can find a cool little cabin. Let's see if there's any little cabins or something like that. Any little wood cabins that are, you know, allowed to be used or something like that. Could be kind of neat. I don't understand how to just like, I wish I could just filter for like the Roblox ones, but I clearly can't see that. So guess I'm kind of dumb. We got this camping cabin though. It's kind of nice, but that's not really the vibe of the game. It would be more so just something simple like this, maybe like a snow cabin right there, but there's another snow cabin right here. So I don't know. These things are kind of goofy, I swear. Abandoned cabin. That would be kind of neat in a little abandoned cabin. But something like this, super simple. And yeah, I like that. That's honestly really simple. So we'll just use this one. Let's scale it down to something like that. Rotate it around just to kind of fill in that back area there. There's really nothing back there. So we'll kind of just throw that down there, and that will be that. So just something like that. Maybe rotate it a little bit more. I wish we could kind of have it on fire, but this will have to do. Those, the door is a little bit goofy, I swear. Let me see. What could I do? Get rid of that real quick. Where's this cabin at? That door is looking a little bit goofy. Should I just delete the door? There. Now people can maybe walk in there. Potentially. Let's see. Let's see. The thing is, though, that cabin is... Well, we'll walk up to it and we'll take a look here. Let's see. Can you walk in? Oh, you could walk in. What the heck? Alright, we'll keep it like that. That's fine. Let people... Oh, no, it's a trap. Don't walk into the cabin, guys. You can't get out. Oh, no. Don't walk in. All right, hold on. Let me make it a little bit smaller so that way people don't actually get trapped in there. They're gonna be mad at me. All right, so scale it down a little teeny tiny bit there. There we go. I'm surely there was some cabins in the Arden's forest back then, right? Go like that. Anyways, that's looking wonderful, guys. I seriously love the way this is coming along here already. This map is definitely something special, something to be happy about. So throw that in there, and then everything else that needs to be in there is in there. So very good. The spawn box is up there. All right, guys. Well, let's get rid of this map. Well, not get rid of it, but move it out there. And then we're going to go ahead and make one more. And I think that the next map we're going to be making, guys, is going to be something to the effect of like maybe an African map, because there were actually battles in Africa in World War II. So let's see what we can make up. Little desert style map, and we'll go from there. All right. Alrighty, guys, so listen, we are now working on the North African map because, like I said, there were some battles here, I think, against the British army, so we're going to definitely have this as one of our maps as well. So we're working on just kind of getting down some plants, the pathway, it's kind of set up already. We got the bases and have a little big town over there and stuff like that. So far, looking pretty good. I'm just kind of thinking of maybe some other things we could add. I'm sure... Are there cactuses over there? I don't know. I'm looking at like pictures and there's like literally none. So maybe I won't add any of those, but maybe I'll add like a nice like palm tree or something like that. So surely there's like a nice palm tree that we could find. Palm tree. And come on, there's got to be one somewhere, right? This one right here looks really good. So, we'll add this guy in and throw him up here in the trees area. Just kind of name him Palm. There we go. And then obviously we're going to have to scale him down a little bit, move him up, and then we should be good. Little tall right there. So we'll kind of go like, oh, well, he's gone. I don't know what just happened to him, but we'll just get a couple of these guys. We'll duplicate them and we'll do what we got to do here and just kind of move them around a little bit. And surely we could definitely get a bunch of these guys on the map somewhere. I actually like how they're like kind of grouped up like that. So I'll just kind of duplicate that and just kind of move them as I see fit. But yeah, that looks pretty good, I think. So get, like I said, a couple of those down, do what we got to do, and then we'll go from there, guys. I mean, so far, I think that this map is definitely coming along here, looking pretty good, looking pretty solid. Get a couple more of those down, maybe just like one there, maybe one more over here, and I think that is pretty solid. So yeah. There we go. All right, the bottom of this spawn box, we'll just make that transparent again because it's kind of just messing up with the shadows and stuff. I don't like that. But yeah, boys, I think that looks pretty solid. I mean, we got it. Like I said, this is North Africa, so obviously there's going to be ships involved in this map. Like the snow map, there's no ships there. That's landlocked. But this one, this is North Africa, so there's obviously the waterway there, and that's why we're going to have a little waterway here. Now, the only other thing that we got to add in is, of course, the border, which, we have a nice little sand dune border there, but I want to add in an actual border so that way people can't just, like, run off, get distracted, and, pretty much leave the battle. But that would be kind of a fun mechanic if you, like, run away too far. It's like saying that you deserted or something, but we're not going to do that. Too much work that I don't know how to do right now. Maybe in the future. But for right now, let's get this border in here. Paste into. So remember, guys, the border's purpose is just so that way, like I said, people don't run off and essentially be bad when they're not supposed to, right? So let's just get this set up properly. And I mean, not too difficult here. Real quick though, I am gonna make these all transparent just so I could see what's going on with them. But other than that, we're essentially chilling. So just kind of get this maybe like there. Maybe a little bit further. I might scale these out just a tad bit, just so that way people that are using water units, they have a little bit more room to work with, so that way it'll be good for them, right? So scale that back to like there. Is that good? That's good. And we just got to set up this back here. We might have to scale it out just a tad bit. Boom, boom, and boom. Yeah, that looks good, guys. All right, our border is set up properly for this map now. So once again, these are pretty much all good. I also changed the vibe to a little bit more of a sunny day. Now, once again, I don't know how that's going to work on the other maps. Like, it just something that's probably going to get changed in the future. Just keep in mind, because I'm going to eventually have it set up so that way it's really not even a map voting system. It's more so you just choose the map from the lobby and then go from there. But for right now, I think that this will work just fine. And yeah, it's going to be pretty solid, guys. It's definitely going to be pretty solid. So I like the way it's all coming along so far. Maybe a couple more plants here and there, but nothing too complicated here. We could definitely have some destroyed vehicles. I don't know what type of vehicles would be on this map, though. Some sort of maybe British tanks or something like that. I actually have no idea, boys, but it would be pretty neat to get like maybe like a camel running around or something like that. Surely there's like a little camel model or something like that. It'd be kind of funny, but that would be pretty neat. Regardless, I think that's pretty solid for just, like I said, a simple map. You know, I'm not trying to be some sort of pro map builder right now. I'm just trying to get up this game and get it working so we can all get playing it, right? So I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to rock with that. And I think we got everything that we need in there. So we got the start, we got the base, the military canvas. That it kind of could just be part of the like floor items. I'm going to add in like another folder here. Just call it floor items. And then for the floor items, we're throwing the trees, throwing the mountains, the other things like the military canvas. Yeah, all that stuff could just go in there. Kind of clear up the map a little teeny tiny bit. Now, this other stuff can't necessarily do that for everything because it just doesn't work that way. But for the most part here, it's pretty good. Oh, barricades, you could actually throw that into floor items for the boot camp, though. Yeah, so that's good, guys. We got the North African map done, except oops, we got to get these two things in there too. This little building here, that's gonna be a floor item, so we'll throw that in there. Okay, cool. The border could also be technically a floor item, kind of, not really, but it essentially is. So we'll throw it in there just to kind of clear up the map. Like I said, even a little bit more. It's always a good thing to do so. Same thing with the path. The path I don't think matters, actually. The path is more so just kind of decoration. What really matters is the waypoints, because that's where the enemies are actually walking. So yeah, now that's good, guys. We should have that all squared away. We could go before we actually click play, though, real quick here, though, we just got to make sure that everything is anchored. Otherwise, we will have another absolutely disaster ending here. You guys know what happens if you don't anchor your parts, so trust me, it won't be pretty. But in here, we got a bunch of other stuff, you know, just kind of make sure that we, like I said, anchor everything, and then we won't have any issues for the most part, I don't think, at least. Looks like all this stuff is mainly anchored, so that's amazing. Tower area, that's all probably good. Actually, no, it's probably not good. Yeah, it's not good. That would have just fallen right to the bottom of the map. All right, well, now it's good. And everything else should be pretty much good. Besides the only thing that concerns me are the trees. Let's just check the trees real quick. And boom. And anchor them all. Anchor. All right, cool. Now it should be working, guys. Go in here real quick. And yeah. All right, we got the desert map. Desert map is looking pretty solid. Pretty cool stuff. We got a lot of area here in the middle. We could definitely set up a nice little, you know, maybe sniper tower or something like that. Maybe it could be like a top of a building or something, because, well, right now we don't have any sniper areas. But I mean, there's really not too many good sniper areas probably in the desert, right? I mean, unless they're sitting on the top of a sand dune, but that doesn't make sense because that's not a playable area. So yeah, I don't know. I got to come up with a good idea for this real quick. So let's see if there's any, like, you know, really good looking desert buildings or something. And we will see here what pops up. Desert build. Ooh, okay, hold on. Maybe something like this could work. Kind of. Ooh, or that. Well, I don't know. So many tough decisions, guys. Tough decisions here. Tough decisions. Desert building, like that's kind of simple and nice too. Desert warfare. That might be is that a little too modern? I don't know. Maybe let's try something like this real quick, and we can kind of see what that looks like and all. So yeah, that's cool. We can maybe scale that down a little bit, but the thing is, like that. Tough, man. This is tough. Honestly, I'm okay with maybe adding just like a little mountain in that's semi-desert scaled, you know. So let's just delete that. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add this in because otherwise I don't think it's gonna work out too well for us. So let's just kind of be smart about this. So in here we should have. Let's okay. I have an idea. Let me just quickly move this to server storage. And then we're going to move in the Ardan's map. Just like that. Dang, this map looks good. Yeah, I did good with this one. This is kind of fire, no joke. All right, anyways, let's select, like, I wish I could just select all of that, but life ain't that easy now, is it, guys? All right, so there's a couple more parts here. Copy, and then let's just try to move that into the desert real quick. Let's see what that will look like. Hopefully that'll all work. Paste into. Works perfectly. Cool. So we'll move this kind of over here. And yeah, that's going to be a good little sniper nest there. Could even potentially make that a little bit bigger. And something like that, maybe. Honestly, yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, cool. All right, we'll just move this like here. And is that a little too big? Maybe that's a little too big, guys. Honestly, maybe that's a little too big. So maybe we'll keep it like that, how it kind of was. And let's get that on the ground there for a second. All right, yeah, that's a little bit better, I think. So we'll see what we can do now. Where's this all gonna be located at? So it's just all this stuff right here. We'll kind of group that together, I guess. Well, we don't really want to group together, honestly, but let's see. So yeah, the elevation stuff, this all needs to go in tower area like that, and then all of that stuff, well, first of all, it needs to be changed to sand. Pick color, boom, boom. That doesn't really look right. The heck? Well, I guess it's not sand, that's probably why, right? So do that. Name it sand real quick first. Sand. And then we also have to name it land. Very important. Oh, sorry, no. We gotta keep that elevation. My bad. So keep that elevation. And then the sand, I don't know why it turned to white, like straight up white. It's kind of strange, but I don't know, guys. Sometimes I'm just having like a hard time with getting the sand the right color sometimes. I swear. I don't know why. But we can maybe go for more like darker looking sand, sort of like that. And then definitely these mountains here, I want to make these a little bit darker as well. They're more white, and I don't really like that. So let's just go for like something like that. Yeah, there we go. All right, that looks good, guys. So that'll be a good little sniper area, I suppose. Is that a little too dark, maybe? Nah, I think that's... I don't know. I kind of want it the same color as the ground. Wish I could just copy and paste it. All right, cool. So these right here, and paste it. Boom, there we go. All right, now that's looking a little bit better on my eyes. That mix of colors there was really throwing me off, but it's looking better now, I think. So yeah, that's gonna be good for us. I'm happy with that. You know, definitely get a sniper or two up there, one of those longer ranged units. That'll be perfect. And then, like I said, guys, you could have room to put down your boats as well. Now, if I go ahead and try to play this map once again, unfortunately, it's not gonna work because the game is set up to only look for the boot camp. So we're not, you know, we don't have a boot camp here. Once again, see, it's all trying to load up a boot camp, which is somewhere in here. We could probably, you know, we're gonna have to end up fixing this, but for right now, we won't do that or worry about that because I'm sure Gnome Code's obviously gonna go over that as we get further into the video. But boys, this video is already long enough for today's before we even get into the actual video of Gnome Code. I think we call it a day here for day number 19. We built 3 new maps. They, in my opinion, look incredible. Just for, you know, a beginner builder, I think they look fine. I think they look good. Definitely serviceable for the, you know, little while that we released the game. I mean, like, if I said, like, you know, if this game blows up and you guys are really enjoying this, you know, hopefully you are, hopefully you do, you know, share this series with some friends, get them hyped up, because we're getting closer and closer every day to releasing the game. So, you know, hopefully we'll get it out in the meantime. But just you know, hang in there with me, guys. Remember, I'm not a pro at this. I'm very, very new. You know, this is a brand new series, brand new thing for me to even get into. And I just wanted to try to make something fun for you guys. We're doing this all on our own with some videos and AI and just, you know, the building's obviously just building. But I think that this looks good. I think the other maps are looking good too. I'm pretty sure that this one's all set up. The tower areas are all good. The waypoints are good. We got the base mountain. Oh, these right here, the base of the mountains. We'll just grab these and I guess, let's see here, border. We want to drag those into the mountains. So there we go. Cool. And yeah, that's all good, guys. So that's pretty much everything we needed to do for today's Well, at least it's kind of like a part 2, I guess we're gonna have, like, when we actually script this and make the map voting work. I don't want to just make the video like 2 hours long, so I'm not gonna worry about the whole scripting just yet. We'll worry about that tomorrow, and I guess that will be day number 20. So, I mean, yeah, I'm very happy with this, guys. I'm very happy with this. So we got some new maps, and I think that's a good day for us. That's a good day for us. So once again, I'm gonna just show you them all real quick here. So that's the North African map. North Africa, or should I be North African? I'll keep it North Africa for right now. Anyways, let me throw that into the map storage. We'll bring up the boot camp. This is the OG map, the original. I think that this map is looking the worst now. I low-key think that this map looks the worst out of all of them now. Oh my god. That's hilarious. But this still looks pretty good in my opinion. I mean, I'm happy with it for just being my first map ever. Obviously, it's going to be a classic. It's going to be very, very nice. And then we got the Ardans. I'm not sure how to say it still. This map looks fire, though. I love this map. I do. For some reason, I like snowy maps. I really do. It's just like it's the vibe, if you know what I'm saying. It's just the vibe. Now, real quick, I would like to try the fog on the water again. I don't know, guys, though. I think the fog on the water looks good for certain maps, not maybe so for others. Definitely the fog on the water look great for this map because it kind of gives a snowy, like, vibe to it. Imagine if we could get some snow. Oh, look at this. We made a mistake right here. Imagine if we could get some snow, though, going and stuff like that. Like, actual, like, effects on the map. Oh, my God. That's going to look so good, guys, when we actually figure all that out. So, definitely excited for that. These two right here are not the same color. It'll drive me crazy if I don't fix it right now. There we go. And, oh, my goodness. Look at this, guys. There's a little bit of a gap there. That'd be bad, right? So let's just scale that a little bit to the left. Actually, what? Oh, hold on. It's like selecting multiple items, unfortunately. There we go. Now I can scale that up. Cool. Much better, much better. All right, gotta make sure that there's no gaps so people aren't falling off the map, right? But yeah, this is looking good, guys. Definitely looking great. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this, I guess, back into map storage, and then tomorrow when that day comes, day 20, we'll be working on actually getting the game working with map voting. So that's going to be sick, guys. I will see y'all then. If you're new here, don't forget, help your boy out. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Adios.